Hi guys, and welcome back to month 2 of Balancing the Unity Codes. So this week we are going to be doing heart-centered activation. So this is unifying energies through love. And today I've written some notes. I've got them on my phone over here. Sorry, I'll share the camera actually. About how the heart center unites divine masculine and divine feminine energy. Okay, so I'm just going to look at my notes and take you through all of that. So, the heart center is actually the sacred altar of union. You can feel things like in your heart space, but this isn't necessarily divine masculine, divine feminine energy in terms of like two people. This is actually about sacred union in the heart space within. Okay, this is uniting there. So, Isis says that within your chest is a sacred temple, the heart center. It is not merely an organ of flesh, but the chalice through which spirit breathes life into matter. And Isis and Anubis, as they join together, they illuminate the heart's eternal purpose, the union of divine masculine and divine feminine within you, is in your heart space. Okay, here in this heart space is where your body becomes united, where you become one with yourself. Okay, they're also telling me that this is the place of self-love. So this is about love for thyself. And it's interesting, we did a ritual on that last week. So the heart is the womb of your ascended self. Oh, and this is interesting because at the Sacred Goddess Circle, I actually got people to connect their heart to their womb. And one of the beautiful women there, when she connected with her womb said that her womb needed love, which is interesting, isn't it? That the heart is the womb of your ascended self. It does not divide, it unites. In its rhythm, you hear the dance of both polarities, the sacred pulse of giving and receiving, action, stillness, protection, and surrender. In the heart, these forces are not in conflict with each other. They are united, they are connected. Okay, and this is where gratitude comes from. They are lovers. So there's very much an energy of being grateful for, particularly for the divine masculine side of yourself, or if you are in a relationship, to be grateful for that. They are lovers, eternally entwined, creating balance through their embrace. The feminine whispers and intuition. Now, I will tell you, there have been times where I've connected to my heart chakra and I have heard it speak. Okay, so that is the feminine within your heart space, deep feeling in the unseen. She moves like water, fluid, receptive, wise. My heart was the one that told me to teach. The masculine roars in purpose, structure, and protection. He stands like stone, strong, certain, decisive, but the heart is neither stone nor water. It is fluid and about flow. It's interesting, they told me that the chest and the heart is the gateway to the divine, is the gateway to your soulmate. I like this, but it's the gateway. And the heart, I feel, is like God within us. I don't know why I'm getting that, but I'm being told God is within us. So I think that's directly connected to the heart space. Nice. They're talking about heart connections with soulmates as well. There is a practice that you can do, and if you are in a relationship or have a partner, you can try this. Or you may even like to do this with a friend, is what I want to say, is to do eye gazing. This is something I want to do at my next Sacred Goddess Circle, because we're doing heart chakra work. Is to put your hand on their heart, and they put their hand on yours and doing eye gazing, but also maybe closing your eyes and just listening to what their heart has to say, which I think would be a beautiful practice. So if you guys want to do that, I think that would be a beautiful practice for you guys to do, and do let me know in the comments if you try it, and yeah, what you experience. So yeah, the heart is neither stone nor water, is the vessel that holds them both, the sacred chalice that transforms duality into unity. So because they mirror each other, right? Those two, that part and that part, they mirror each other too. So joining together as well. So Anubis, I stand at the gates of transition. Where there is death, there is rebirth. Where there is fear, there is truth. The masculine has long been misunderstood, forced into rigidity, and repressed beneath guilt. And it's interesting because I did talk about that when I talked about the way in which masculines can be unbalanced in love. And it's interesting that now I've made these notes, now that I think back. Yet in the heart center, true divine masculinity arises, not to dominate, but to protect the sacredness of the feminine essence. Beautiful. There's a need to almost release control from that place too. Oh, I don't know why my laptop just moved by itself. Oh, it won't sit properly. Sorry guys, I don't know why it's doing this. I might have to move it a little bit forward. I'm not quite sure why it's doing that. But it is. When the heart is clear, free of resentment, unworthy beliefs, and inherited pain, it becomes a radiant portal. My guides were talking about that when I was grounding just before. They said that that energy radiates out. It's almost like a bright white light. And you just glow. And you won't see, the unseen eye will not see that. They're talking about the unseen eye. God souls through underwood of their shadows to retrieve what was lost, power, truth, and love. This is the role of the divine masculine, to hold steady in the face of pain so the feminine can soften into trust. Isn't that beautiful? Each heartbeat is a rite of passage. Inhale, the masculine enters. Exhale, the feminine releases. So in the inhale, the masculine enters full of intention, and on the exhale, the feminine releases full of wisdom. When you breathe consciously, you activate the sacred dance. Oh, I love that. When you feel from your heart, not your wounds, you become the bridge between heaven and earth. Oh, I love that. So the divine masculine can stand in strength with an open hand, not a closed fist. That the divine feminine soften in power with a grounded presence, not an untethered dream. Oh, I love this. So we might just do a little bit of breath work and give that a go, and set the intention that as we inhale, we breathe in the masculine, and as we exhale, release the feminine. Inhale, the masculine enters. Exhale, the feminine releases. We're going to give that a go, okay? Quiet moment. Breathing in, the masculine enters. Breathing out, the feminine releases. Breathing in, the masculine enters. Breathing out, the feminine releases. Breathing in, the masculine enters. Breathing out, the feminine releases. Breathing in, the masculine enters. Breathing out, the feminine releases. Breathing in, the masculine enters. Breathing out, the feminine releases. Breathing in, the masculine enters. Breathing out, the feminine releases. Okay, so you guys might like to try that for the next like 5 minutes or so, and do let me know how you guys get on. Also, let me know what you think about that teaching. I definitely, like the other day when I did that, I think, meditation with you guys, and I was seeing parts of the heart. You can actually visualize that. You can visualize half of your heart being feminine and the other half of the heart being masculine. Or you might want to visualize half of it as white and half of it as black. You may like to do that as part of your practice. Whether you decide to is totally up to you. But I'm going to leave it at that, and we're going to move on to our next video, which is going to be a guided meditation using green and gold energy activation for balance in the heart space. I'll see you in the next video.